with unsurpassed. As she entered immortality, it is all thanks to you. As for me, it feels like thus I plan to erase. Despite how it ended, I thank you. Welcome to...
Before I do that, back to this dude, because maybe he's the one that's got the record. It's very possible. He's the only other merchant that I know of. Also curious if, since I quote unquote told the truth to Julian, if that robot fell over, or not the robot, sorry, the his wife, I guess, the maid puppet that leaning against the wall. I wonder if she stopped leaning against the wall now, or if it's after I talked to dude. It's very possible that over now. Oh, okay. So she's still standing up, sitting up here. Now after I talk to him, I wonder if she's going to flip down, or if that only happens if you lie to Julian and it ends up just being the truth. I'm mostly just curious about that, to be honest.
Hey! Over here! Nice to see you again. I thought if I could... I never want to take a look. It's a new life. Nice loot, yeah? I used to be a fan of the actress Patricia. Patricia had an angelic voice, but her career was cut short. But the memory... Something... I survived. Did I go sightseeing? It's the heart of crime. The most fascinating thing.
Right
I
there,
couldn't
yeah.
believe it. The writing on the back of a made puppet. I read memories, but still. Anyway, probably designed like that. What kind of puppet would write that stuff? Still,
Interesting.
it was weird. You should...
I think that's the... I don't... Is that different than what he says last time? Probably designed like that versus before? I don't know. He does have the other...
Nice loot, yeah?
Read that record. Oh, and he's got the weighted...
Nice loot, yeah?
Thank you, sir. But now that he said that, puppet tipped over now? Yeah, now she's tipped over. Because I love you, Julie. So he says it was designed like that. Obviously, we know that it's likely that she actually had an ego. Very possibly did, might have actually loved him, but the problem is we also don't know, because he said, he mentioned that she might have been designed to be that way, which that'd be screwed up in a different kind of way. I hope that's not the case. I hope it just turns out that it was just an ego. He couldn't read the ergo, obviously, because he's already dead. Yeah, the ergo's gone, so no way he could know. Interesting.
I want to give Alador...
Okay. We can continue with what we were doing. I think I will be to finish this game today. Not even 3 yet. I've only recorded for an hour and a half. Or streaming recording for an hour and a half. So yeah. Getting through this pretty quick. I got 2 more bosses to go. Technically 3, but we're skipping the one of them. I hate the combo of those two. Like that fire guy. I'll put this. I'll just say this too, because there's a couple things that annoy me about this game. The more I play it, the flame guys have way too much range and do way more damage than absolutely should be done. Like way more damage. The damage they do should be like fucking half of that, especially at the range they do it at. So, yeah. And that's true for not just New Game Plus, that's true for regular game too. I complained about it before and I'll continue to complain about it. I think, those flame guys do way more than they do, and they're far more dangerous than they have any reason to be blunt with you. Holding up my guard, but apparently he didn't want to guard the entire time. Okay. You know what? I had just about enough of it. I had about enough of that. Look, another quartz. I've always seen this and been like, this seems really suspicious. Like, right here, it seems like not bouncing off the wall, but I can't do anything with it. Just seems suspicious, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying there's anything I actually hear, but it is really weird. Yeah, that never clings off the wall at all. Oh, this one's not either. Sometimes I do. Maybe it was because I was hitting the pillar. I don't know. It's just weird that this spot's here and there's like nothing here. It just looks weird. Makes me think that there's something that's supposed to be there. Or sometimes it's there. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Probably that one. Sorry, sending a text. I'll have to cut that out. Hopefully I notice it. If I don't, then that's going to be left in and I'm going to look silly. Thing is, I doubt anyone's going to watch all of these videos and actually notice it. So, hey, you do comment in the freaking YouTube because I don't get a lot of comments. If you actually watch enough of my videos where you actually caught me out doing that, good on you, bro.
At first, it was money. There was no way out of this dump. Later, when his sight started failing, all we had was swallowed up by the first few treatments. He was going totally blind. But now, the fruit is useless.
Yeah.
I swear on my life as a stalker that your father is safe. My employer promised not to harm him. Not that such a promise is worth anything to you now. But I wanted to set the record straight before, you know. Revenge is all I have left now.
Sadness. Alright, girl. I don't feel good about this, but...
You might be my first real challenge. Come on. Quick and fast. That's the bastard's way.
Okay.
I thought maybe we could be friends.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Let me beggar you. Thank you.
I thought maybe we could be friends. I didn't want it to end this way. I suppose we villains never get to choose.
I always feel bad for killing the cat and the fox because they like they were saying, like they didn't really want to be here doing this. They were just trying to leave. They weren't like really villains either. I don't know. I kind of feel bad about it, to be honest. I think I read hers before, right? You had to sense the boy's guilt long before, but she said to us, yeah, read that before. I don't know. The cat I don't feel as bad about. The cat's kind of a douche. Betraying and lying, but he obviously got connected to the fox, and the only reason I feel bad is the fox, obviously, like, I don't know her situation with her house, but she obviously left. I don't know. On bad terms, too. Either that or she got kicked out. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just... You know, it's possible that she is the legendary stalker, and she got kicked out due to the fact that he let the boy die, Carlo. No, but she turned her back on the house. So maybe she found out about the alchemist, but then why is she helping the alchemist? I don't know, mate. I got so many questions there.
I won you. Simon, I don't know. I trust. Speak.
Yeah, you really weren't.
I see. I gave you, but remember, I promise.
In my bag. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Didn't expect that. please die. Thank you. Thank you. Dope. Those guys do a lot of damage with their thrust attack, apparently. Okay. That's what I get for being a little tired while I play. I shouldn't even be tired. Not like it's really all that late or anything. Bruh. Ah, what the fuck? Why'd I pull that? That would have been embarrassing. I mean, it still kind of was, but it would have been so much worse. Oh. Nope, let's try that again. I'll miss this time. Yeah? All right.
Did you feel that? It's like someone walked across my grave. I sense ergo everywhere. I mean, this place is saturated with it. Like what you'd expect from a mountain of dead puppets.
Dude, really? I hate this dude because he does so much damage. It's so stupid. The chip damage is fucking ridiculous too. You don't if you basically don't perfect block this guy, he's gonna kill you with his combo. It's dumb. And I know that his attacks have tracking, so if I try to dodge out of the way, it's just gonna hit me. So, yay! I'll probably be stuck on this guy for a little bit. That's like just a good run going. Dude, I dodged that. I was literally in the middle of dodging. Thought the disruption was gonna kill me for a second there. Speaking of disruption, I don't need the shotgun on it. Because the guy I'm fighting next is going to have lots of disruption stuff. Yay! You can see crop from here. I never noticed that. That's cool. You can see the hotel, and you can even see the cathedral all the way up there. You know what's interesting is you can even see that Ferris wheel in the background, and you never go there. I wonder if that's gonna be DLC or something. Like an amusement park or something like that. Because you go to the entertainment district, but it doesn't have... You don't go to the Ferris wheel. It doesn't... I don't even see the Ferris wheel. Off off. But yeah, I don't know. Kinda cool though. Probably see it better from the lookout over there. Hey, there's that tower over there. Kind of curious what that is. Is that just like a light tower, basically? Might be nothing. Might just be nothing. Also, I just gotta say, with how big this tower is, and the fact that the cathedral and the hotel look like they're not that far away, I feel like you would have easily been able to see this in the distance. If I can see those buildings in the distance, how would I have not seen the island in the distance? Granted, we would still need, like, some transportation to get over here, but to be like, I don't know where it is, like... Man, it's not like it's a pretty big-ass building. I don't know. I just feel like... I feel like that wouldn't be the case, but, you know... That's nitpicking the story just a little bit, and I don't think that really matters that much. Really cool, though. Cool. We'll just use them all. Da, da, da. Okay. Nope, boss time. Go ahead. I think we'll see how this goes. I don't know. Like, I know the first phase wasn't like the first time I played the first game. I one shot him. There may have been a certain amount of luck to that. It might have been, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can do it again. I don't think I'm gonna one shot him again. The odds are not likely, but you never know. We'll see how it goes.
Show me everything you have. Pop it up, Geppetto.
First phase done. Not great, not great. I had to use more healing than I would have liked. I should have healed rather than trying to block there. Okay. I think last time I was just more keyed into slow swings and I had a better time. Okay, I mean, that wasn't horrible. That second phase could have gone a little better, but yeah. Try again.
Show me everything you have. Pop it up, Geppetto.
Oh shit. Okay. Third try, I think. Alright, not bad.
So, it comes truly, isn't it, Sophia?
Yeah, but these.
Yes. I, Sophia, knowing the blood, it's fine if I'm gone. But watch out for Geppetto.
Well, this last part's only gonna be cut into like 2 halves apparently, because I'm already done with the game. Yeah. So I'm going for a different ending than I did the first time. The first time I went for that true ending. I'm going for the bad ending. So if anyone knows what's gonna happen, then you're gonna see what's gonna happen
Now
next.
him, he really scared me. A human becoming a god? Terrifying. But a puppet becoming a human? Now you have my attention. Suit yourself, but it sounds fun to me. I wonder, what'll happen now? I sure don't know. But I do know one thing. You're stuck with me, and I'm stuck with you, pal. Wouldn't have it any other way.
So I normally would continue playing or continue streaming until closer to 5 to 6. Because I'm already finished with New Game Plus, and I finished the other one, I got some editing that I need to do for the streams to throw up on my YouTube. On top of that, I need to start working on my full-length
That's...
breakdown of the game, which is going to take a lot of time. So I'll probably stop streaming after I finish the game here, and what I'll do is tomorrow we'll stream Kuro, because that'll be my first new game that I'm going to be playing. I haven't played much of that one. I've played a little bit of it. I haven't beaten a lot of it. I think I've only gotten to the first boss, maybe even beaten the first boss, and that's pretty much it. Did I get to the second? I might have gotten to the second boss too. I don't remember. I know I was pretty early on in the game though. I don't know how long the game is. I know there's multiple endings from what I've been told. I have surprisingly stayed mostly clear of spoilers for the game, so there's very little I know about it. I know some of the bosses that are in it, but I don't know like really any lore or any story much of, well, pretty much any. I don't know how much story there actually is in the game, because it is one of those more classic Souls-like. I know it's weird to say classic in that way, but where the story isn't front and center, not like this game is. This game's definitely got the story right in your face. Even though there's a lot of hidden lore, or a lot of side content, a lot of side story content that you can see, but the main story is pretty much there for you. I don't know if that's true for Sekiro. I don't think it is. I believe Sekiro is much more like the Dark Souls games, or even, well, I think Bloodborne kind of does have a story that's a little bit more forefront, but it's not a lot. Again, sorry, I say a lot of I don't mean to. It's just trying to think and use my words. So I don't know how much story I'm going to get out of Sekiro through one playthrough. That might be a game I have to play multiple times, but I don't know if I want to play it multiple times in a row. I guess we'll see how much I enjoy it. Especially considering the fact I also still want to play Bloodborne. I don't know what I'm going to play after that, but I know that I haven't played a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. I know my brother wants to play that with me. That's something we could stream together possibly. That might be an okay thing to do. We'll have to see on that though, because I would have to set up yeah, I don't know how I would have to set that up. Because I don't have dual monitors right now. That would be really hard to watch Twitch while also trying to stream that, as well as a lot of other situations there. But we'll see. That's something that's on the list of things I'd like to do. There's other Souls-like games that I want to play. I know Neo 1 and 2 I don't know about the first one, but I know people like the second one. I know there's a couple other Souls-y-ish games. I'll have to see. I have Game Pass. I'll have to see if there's other Souls-like games that are on Game Pass. I think there is. I don't know if Neo 2 is on there, but I think there's other games. I also want to play through Yakuza, the new games that are coming out. I've played through... I believe I played through Like a Dragon. I played through Kiwami 1 and 2. And I believe I've even gone through Yakuza 3 Remastered. But I haven't played, I think, 4, 5, or 6. I think there's 6, right? Or is it 4 and 5? I don't remember. I think there's 6, though. And I know that there's Like a Dragon Ishin, which is basically... like, you don't have to have played any of the Yakuza games for that, because that's just a retelling with the same characters in it, but that would be fun to play through. And I know that there is The Man Who Erased His Name. That one follows directly after, I think, either 5 or 6. I don't... Again, don't quote me on that. It might be 5. I think it's 5. But it comes directly after that, and then kind of tells the story of Kiryu before he shows up in Like a Dragon. And then I know that there's a sequel for that coming out, which coming up pretty soon for Like a Dragon, which is the I forget what they called it already. They announced the title and I completely forgot about it already. Something to do with money. Something with money. I forget what it is though. I would really like to play that when that comes out as well, so I want to play through the other Yakuza games too. I don't know if that's something that people would want to see me stream or not. Especially because in fact I know that the Yakuza games are pretty like... Button mashy is maybe not the right word, but that's probably the best way to describe it. Is it's a fighter that's kind of slightly button mashy. There is strategy involved to it, of course, but like you can't get away with pretty button mashy for the most part, except for like bosses and stuff like that. I think my favorite so far is Like a Dragon, only because they've gone more into the RPG, which I really like. I like the straight up RPG. That's what I loved about Like a Dragon. Kiwami 1 and 2 are great because they're redoings of the first and second game in a much better engine. They look beautiful, but the combat is so good. Like, you play that kind of combat and then play 3 and you can just tell like the combat's just not nearly as good. It's definitely more, what's the word? Not watered down is not the right word, but it's definitely more limited. I realize I've gone on a spiel here. The reason why I've gone on a spiel is because there is no final boss I'm fighting. Like, once I go talk to Geppetto, I'm gonna stop streaming. So I just wanted to kind of go over my thoughts and ideas. If anybody even on YouTube's even gone this far and is listening to this, let me know if there's any games you guys might be interested in watching me play. You know, I know Souls-likes there's a lot of Souls-like games that probably I haven't even heard of that people might, be like, hey, you should go play that. You should go try this. Like I said, I'm going to Sekiro. I plan on doing Bloodborne. At some point, I wanted to try to get Baldur's Gate 3 going, but I might have to do some setup for that. Especially if I'm going to have my brother in the stream and with me in the recording, so I'll have to make sure that the sound is fine for that. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I'll have to figure that out. Words. My words. Yeah, I guess if there's anything you guys want to see me play, or things that you think might be interesting to play, because I also want to go back and play some classic games because that's kind of where I got my start in YouTube is reviewing classic games. Not like I got my start in it, like I got famous off of it, because I'm not fucking famous and nobody watches this channel basically, but those are the ones that have gotten the most views. Is quite often is a lot of my more like classic reviews, and I kind of want to go back and play some of those and stream those as well. But I don't know if that's interesting to people. I don't know if people would like to watch that. If people want to see Let's Plays of those, and the reviews, I mean, just let me know. I can totally do that as well. Because I have a lot of, like, classic games that I still have over on my, you can't see them, but over on my shelf over on my left hand side over here that I just haven't done. Like, there's so many GameCube games, PlayStation 2 games, PlayStation 1 games, N64 games. I have a couple Genesis games. I have some SNES games. Like, I'm building my collection still, but there's a lot here that I could still play. So, if there's anything you'd like to see me play or try, go ahead. Please suggest them to me. I will do my best to try to cover as much of whatever you guys want to watch me play. Because that's one thing you have to think about, is that you're going to be watching me play them, and I'll also be putting up reviews. I'll probably be doing reviews of all the games I actually do. So after I'm done here with Lies of P, obviously I got a full breakdown that I plan on doing. A lot that I'm going to have to research into that. Sekiro, I'll probably do the same thing. I don't know if I'm going to do a full breakdown in the same way, because other people have done way better breakdowns, but I'll probably still give do like a shorthand review. Maybe not the full breakdown I will do with Lies of P. We'll see. If people want to see me do a full breakdown of Sekiro, I'll do that too. Same thing with Bloodborne. And same thing with pretty much everything I play at this point. I've done mostly shorter hand reviews for... Whoops. That's going to show up on stream. And on my YouTube, because I'm too lazy to cut that out. I normally do shorthand reviews of the classic games that I've done. But if people want to see me do more long-form reviews of them, I can certainly do that as well. Try to break down more of them. Some of them don't have as much to talk about as others, but if you want to see like full-on breakdowns of everything that I do, I can certainly do that. So, anyways, with that said, we're going to go ahead and finish up New Game Plus with the bad ending that we're going to get here. I'm going to level up first. I went in here in the first place. Stupid. Then we'll stop. So that's pretty much it. You heard my long spiel. This is going to be the ending of the stream pretty quick after I go through this and clean up some of the last minute parts.
I knew you could. I dreamed you can be human again. If you give me... You have been. Give me your...
Okay, buddy. Here you go.
Yes. You are a good boy till the very end. I believed in you. You are the greatest puppet I ever made. We can be happy now, thanks to you. Thank you. You are such a good boy.
This shit get dark. This should get ultra dark.
This finally feels like family. Thank you for returning.
Don't worry, we just murdered everyone.
Is this truly the future you wanted?
Sorry, Sophia. Yeah, so if you notice, Eugenie was over on the left-hand side dead, Volodina was staked to a wall, and Vanini was on the right-hand side. Yeah.
I have a final report on the Krat experiment.
But here, let's go inside, because, you know, the game's not necessarily done. What else do we have here? So you'll notice that our character reverted a little bit here. But he's got brown eyes. I don't know if I can... It can be hard to see, but he's got brown eyes now to show that he's quote-unquote alive now. But... he twitched now? Still twitcher now. Yeah, if you notice when you stand still, he's not really twitching anymore. Like he was like robotically before. Can I play the piano? Yes, I can play the piano very well. I need to do that. So Hugo got murdered. He's a robot now.
Your wish is my command, Sir Carlo. What would you like to do?
Yeah, there's that. What you're gonna find out is that everyone here is a puppet now. Everyone's been turned into a puppet, and you have become Sir Carlo.
Your wish is my command, Sir Carlo. What would you like to do?
Which is kind of funny and sad at the same time. Even Puccinella got basically replaced.
Your wish is my command, Sir Carlo. What would you like to do?
Vanini got changed.
Your wish is my command, Sir Carlo. What would you like to do?
Just, more puppets. Another puppet.
Welcome, Sir Carlo. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Things have gone rather poorly. This is definitely the bad, sad ending. Imagine he's pieced out of here before he died, obviously. He's just like, nope, I got no interest in being here. Yeah, Geppetto's letter instead of the fairy's letter here. The Geppetto's letter says, "Thank you for coming back to me, Carlo. I no longer bear a grudge. Now that you're back, my life is rosy. To make you happy, I plan to stabilize Krat. I suppose getting the puppets and the petrification disease under better control will turn the city back to normal. Remember, you have to be careful with your body. Even though you're an organism, you react to ergo. Maybe it's because that artifact was one of the materials. Still, you came back, and that's what matters. No matter what others say, you're my son. No one will be in our way anymore. I'll rebuild Krat for you. Till then, please stay safe in the hotel. Your father who cares about you more than anyone. No longer bear a grudge. Interesting. I don't really need to... I don't really need any of these things, but... I got the quartz. No, I'm gonna hold on to them, because I know that New Game Plus has more Porgans that you can choose from. The thing is, I'm probably not gonna play any more of this save file for a while. So, before I end here, I'll show you kind of where I got in my OG save file. There's a couple things I am curious about here, though. So, for example, I'm kind of curious about this here. Don't know why. I just feel like if they wanted to hide something, it would be a way to do it. Doubt it, though. I was gonna say if they wanted to hide like a hidden boss or something here, this would be where you do it. Oh, it's not up here, so. And I'm curious about the... guy that shows up here. Is he still here? He probably is, right? There might be no... There might not be any difference, but... I'm just curious to know if he's here. He might just treat me like completely normally. Call me curious. I assume he's still here. You're wrong. Okay, so he is still here. Yo, how's it going? I'm pretty close to finishing, actually. I'm pretty much just finished New Game Plus.
Nice loot, yeah? If you...
Like, I literally just finished the game. You need artworks for the channel? I'm dirt poor. But I can't pay nothing for any artwork of any kind. Okay, peace. Since I have pretty much finished New Game Plus at this point, I could restart. Not going to really do that now, but I'm going to pop over to my other save file just to show how far you can get. Go ahead and go another save file. So first things first, yeah, so my technique's 100. I mean, you can see, but so that's the max you can get on each stat is 100. I was on my way basically to run through the game and more or less upgrade all of my stats to 100 just for the funsies of it. No particular reason. The other thing I want to show you is actually E-Organ, because I believe there are multiple phases here. I just got to this point. So I'm going to show off that there are 7 phases, as you can. So there's one additional one, so I got New Game Plus stuff, so I'll, on that other save file, which was here, go to another New Game Plus 3, or however you want to call it. There are actually more things here, so obviously you have to add another amulet slot, which is great. Another Legion arm slot, so you can have 3 if you want. Not great, but not bad either. Fury attack guard, which is actually really nice, so you can block the red attacks now without being like super staggered and taking massive chunks of damage. But the big one here is actually a lightweight. You feel lighter, which basically means that, like, it doesn't really explain it, but like you can basically have your normal fast dodging and your normal stamina regain with as much weight as you pretty much want. Like, it basically makes weight non-existent, more or less. Because you can see right here that I have pretty much so much weight on. Even though I've leveled up a bunch, it doesn't show that I have a lot of weight, but here I put on some of my heavier stuff here. You can see that this basically doesn't matter how heavy I am at all. Like, really doesn't. Next heaviest. So it takes until 80% to even be slightly heavy and have that even slightly affecting you. And that's like I mean, I imagine 90 is probably where it becomes heavy, but I can't even get any heavier. Like, I don't know what else I could put on to try to make myself heavier. So the downside, obviously, once you get past New Game Plus 2, or I guess your 3rd playthrough of the game, once you get to your 4th playthrough, which is what this game I'm on is, unfortunately, the sad part in reality is that pretty much run out of things to do. So like I was talking about with New Game Plus before, is that once you go through New Game Plus, chests that weren't around before are now around, and you get +1 equipment. You go through a second New Game Plus, or your 3rd run of the game, you have +2 equipment, which you might have noticed. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. With some of these, so like the Blue Guardianship Alien +2. These guys don't get +2s. Hell, I haven't even found an Iron Wall +1. But you can see that I have +2s as well. I have +2s for my equipment here. Once you get past that, and you get like I said, you have that 7th phase. That's it. Like, I'm on this 4th playthrough, as far as I'm aware of. I'll have to run through the game, but I haven't found any new chests because so. To back up a bit, like I was saying, in New Game Plus, there's chests in new areas and stuff. New Game Plus 2 also does that. So the 3rd playthrough has additional chests in areas that weren't before and items in areas that they weren't before. However, so far on the 4th playthrough here, I have not seen any new pluses, so I haven't seen like a +3 or anything like that. I haven't found any new chests. I haven't found any new items. In fact, the chests that do have the +2s, I've actually found, I think... Hold on, let me double check to make sure. But yeah, right here. So I have a +2, and then I got another +2. +2, another +2. So I haven't gotten super far, but that's pretty rare. So the chests that normally would have had improved pluses or would have had +3s instead are still +2s. Which tells me that there's probably not new chests. There's probably not new items. Which is unfortunate. And that basically tells me that I could run through the game again, and I might at some point, because like I said, one of my goals is I want to upgrade all of my weapons. I want to upgrade everything to max, just to say that I did it. No other reason, just to say I did it. Unfortunately, that's going to take a while, first and foremost. But on top of that, because I mean, you can see like, it's going to cost me forever. Required area goes 34,000 just to upgrade. And they don't upgrade much, by the way. Once you get past like 40, I think it's like 40 or 50. I think it's 40. But once you get past 40, upgrades that you get are incredibly minimal to almost none. There's not much of a reason to do it. But I just want to do it for the funsies of it. I mean, you can see that I have a bunch of regular weapons +10. Actually, I have most of them. In fact, I think I have like, how many of these? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8. I don't know how many full moonstones you get in the game. I think you get 4. Is it 4 or 5? So I have to run through the game at least 2 more times. Let alone not my stats. And I have just the 2 more special weapons to upgrade to max. But I have all of the rings that are in the game. I have all the special rings you can get in the game. I have all the records just to show that I'm going to show you guys here. You actually have all of the records. So I've basically almost fully completed this game as much as you possibly can at this point. Outside of the fact that I haven't obviously gotten all of my stats and I haven't gotten all of the weapons upgraded to max. Which are basically the only things I'm left to do. The problem is I've played this game so much now that I need to take a break. I've been playing this non-stop for dang near the last 3 weeks. Heck, actually probably closer to 4 weeks. The last month I've been just grinding this game. And I'm not gonna lie, that last New Game Plus run really just brought me down to just like, oh my god, I need to like I need to stop now. I need to take a break from this game. Which is why I'm gonna be streaming and playing Sekiro when, tomorrow. When tomorrow? Tomorrow. I'll be probably same time, noonish to 1ish is when I'll start. I'll probably stream until 5 to 6, same time. Until then, I'm going to actually clock off for the night. This is it for me. This is it for Liza P. For me streaming it for now until DLC comes out or expansion or whatever, you know, because I know that there is DLC coming. That was officially announced by the team that created the game, Studio 8. Was it Studio 8 that made it, or was it? Yeah, it was Studio 8 that made it, and it was published by. God, what are the names? Neowitz. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Hopefully DLC comes out for this game sooner rather than later. But you know, even if it takes 6 months to a year, it'll still be good. And obviously, I'm looking forward to the sequel. Whether the sequel is going to be Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, or if that's just the DLC, I don't know yet. But either way, I am very hyped up. I love this game to death, but it's time for me to put the game down for a while. I will be still doing that full breakdown video like I said before. We'll get into that. That'll take a while. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's gonna take a while for me to script write. It's gonna take me a while to research everything. It's gonna take me a while to even record everything, let alone video edit it all. I imagine that video is going to be over an hour maybe even 2 hours long, to be completely honest with you. That's going to be a long breakdown because there's a lot to this game. Unless I just, like, cut out a lot of stuff. But I feel like that'd be kind of a disservice. So it's probably going to be between an hour to 2 hours long for that breakdown sort of review-ish game. So until then, I'm going to log off for the day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with Sekiro. Have a good one, and peace out.